going on, guys? It's me, David Decker Films here, and welcome to a brand new series where I will be rebuilding the Cleveland Browns, and they do definitely need it. They took a little bit of a different direction than I thought they would in real life, so I'm going to go back a little bit in the season, this past season, and try to fix them from then, not now. You'll see what I mean in a couple seconds, but yeah, the rosters are a little bit different than how they are in real life. That's what I'm trying to say. And this team does have some okay pieces. I'm not going to lie. They have Jamie Collins. I think that was a very nice trade from the Patriots. Still Joe Thomas there, one of the greatest left tackles in the history of this game. So they do definitely have some pieces offensively and defensively, but that's it. This team is so bad. They went 1-15, and head coach Hugh Jackson, this is his first season in this series, in this universe, because again, the rosters aren't updated. So this is like the beginning of 2016 is what I'm trying to say. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited to do this series. I'm going to try to rebuild them in 5 episodes, just 5 episodes, a season per episode, and we're just going to zip through things. We're not going to play a single game. It's all going to be simulation. And yeah, hopefully we can build this team through the draft, which is what I'm hoping to do. That'd be ideal, but it almost never works out that way, and so we'll see how this goes. I'm so excited to get back into the series, and here we go. To start things off, we're going to be releasing some extra trash players, I like to call them, just to free up some roster space. So he's gone. Jonathan Cooper, he is a nice young prospect. I believe he was the guy that went from the Cardinals to the Patriots to the Browns. So actually, no, maybe he's not that nice of a prospect, but he is going to be our backup left guard. Joe Schobert, not even sure who that is, but we're going to move him to middle linebacker. Again, just taking care of the trash pieces, moving them around, making sure that we can fill out our depth chart nicely. We're going to cut Patrick Murray here, and we're going to look to free agency now. We're going to sign Zach Brooks from the Denver Broncos practice squad. He has some nice stats there, 70 overall. He is quite young, so hopefully he can develop into something. We're also going to sign Glenn Gronkowski away from the Patriots practice squad just because of the last name. Definitely need a Gronkowski on your squad. Right here, though, we are going to look at Rashard Higgins, and we are going to sign him, I believe, up from the practice squad. Tyrus Thompson now from the Carolina Panthers practice squad. We're also going to sign him at left tackle. He will be the backup, I believe. Emmanuel Ogbah, this is one of the key pieces in many other rebuilding franchises of the Cleveland Browns, but I'm not too sure I'm sold on him. I think we can do a little bit better, and hopefully we can see what we do here in this episode. Cam Johnson, we're going to move him out to left outside linebacker to fill up that space there as the backup. Anthony Zettel, former Penn State guy, definitely sign him away from the Lions practice squad just because I am a big Penn State fan. Dominic Alexander, 59 overall. Sorry, buddy, but he's just not good enough. Like, this team is filled with young, bad prospects. We need young, good prospects. So that's why you're going to see me dump a lot of these guys out right here. Look, he's 24 years of age, but he's only 67 overall. And that's just not good enough. So now right here, we need to cut 3 more players or move them down to the practice squad. Rashard Higgins, I can see there. We probably move him down if I do remember. Actually, no, we're going to move Kevin Hogan down. I believe he is from Stanford. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong, actually. No, I think he's from Stanford. We're going to move him down. We're going to move that other guy down. And now Joe Schobert, we're going to move him down as well. So that takes care of our 3 cuts. Technically, we didn't really cut them. We just moved him down to the practice squad. And now let's take a look at the roster. We have Terrell Pryor Sr., Andrew Hawkins there in the slot. I like that combination right there. Isaiah Crowell is going to be our starting tailback with Duke Johnson Jr. as our 3rd down running back. Robert Griffin III is going to be our starting quarterback. I have high hopes for him. Hopefully he can rebound from a tough past couple seasons. Corey Coleman, though, is the guy I'm really excited for, the future of our receiving core. Also, Gary Barnidge at tight end is a nice piece. And our offensive line overall, it could be better, but I'm pretty satisfied with how it is for a team that went 1-15. It could definitely be way worse. I definitely like Joe Thomas there at left tackle. And yeah, let's see what happens here. Actually, no, we're going to take a look at the defense first. Sorry, that's my bad. Joe Hayden, one of my favorite corners in the league. When he's healthy, he is one of the best corners in the entire league. Peja, one of the strongest players in NFL history. We also have Danny Shelton there up the middle. I like him a lot. And he is definitely the future of our team. We also have Desmond Bryant there at left end. We could get a little bit better than him there, I guess. But Jamar Taylor at corner, he is still young. Maybe he can develop into something. Ibrahim Campbell, maybe we need an upgrade there. Actually, no, we definitely do. D overall, that's terrible. Jamie Collins, we might move him to middle linebacker once we get rid of Kirksey or Demario Davis. But for the time being, those two are very, very solid. And there's Emmanuel Ogbah. Let's see if he can develop coming off the edge. And then we also have Reynolds there at free safety. Again, we sort of needed a bit of an upgrade. For our 2 kickers, Cody Parkey, I think I don't know, maybe he can do good, maybe he doesn't. I don't really pay attention to kickers that much. Hopefully they do good. Kicker's really not going to win your season or lose it unless you're the Patriots and Adam Vinatieri. Now take a look at our practice squad right here. Not really any, but there's Kevin Hogan. That's pretty much about it. Now let's take a look at our schedule. We're going to be at the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Ravens, at the Dolphins, at the Redskins, versus the Patriots, at the Titans, at Bengals versus Jets versus Cowboys, at Ravens versus Steelers versus Giants, then our bye week versus Bengals, at Bills versus Chargers, and at Steelers. In real life, they did win versus the Chargers. And you can see that our division is probably one of the toughest in football for being how bad that we are. Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals, that is pretty rough. But now here, middle of the season, I did some simming. You can see we're going to be trading away Josh Gordon in a second-round pick for a first-round pick, 5th overall. That's very, very nice from the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully this will go through. They definitely need some receiving help. And Josh Gordon, we just simply don't need Josh Gordon there. I didn't even mention his name when we were going through our roster, so he is going to be gone. And now we look to the practice squad, I believe, the practice squad. We're going to look at Jalen Marshall from the New York Jets, 68 overall, but he is quite young, has nice speed. Hopefully he can develop into something. He is going to be our replacement for Josh Gordon there. Josh Gordon is just a pain. He did all kinds of drugs and whatever. But right here, that is our record. 0-16. We finished the season 0-16. Steelers 9-7. Bengals 9-7. Ravens 6-10. So our division was actually pretty weak, surprisingly. But let's take a look at Robert Griffin III. He was a little low there on the touchdowns and high on interceptions. Not that great. Isaiah Crowell struggled greatly. 3.4 average and only 4 rushing touchdowns. Corey Coleman led the team in receptions, I should say. Joe Thomas let up the most sacks, and that's surprising. That's a lot of sacks given up there. Christian Kirksey, you look at that. He came up big time. Also Campbell as well. Jamie Collins led the team with 7 sacks, which is really not that great. We need more pressure off the edge. Emmanuel Ogbah did simply nothing. Joe Hayden leads the team with 3 interceptions. And there's Cody Parkey. He missed 5 field goals, which is that's a little bit rough right there. And Britton Colquitt, I guess that's pretty good. Take a look at the entire league now. Aaron Rodgers leads in passing yards. Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, leads in passing touchdowns with 45. LaShawn McCoy leads the league in rushing yards, which is a little bit surprising there. He beat Peterson and Elliott. And he also leads in rushing touchdowns. So now let's take a look here. Randall Cobb leads in receptions. He beat Rob Gronkowski by 1. Look at that, a tight end all the way up there. That's pretty nice to see. Antonio Brown, though, leads in receiving yards. That was Cobb that led in receptions. If I misspoke, I'm sorry. And Rob Gronkowski leads the league with 21 catching touchdowns. That is, I think, in the record books. Look at how many tackles Ryan Shazier got. Holy crap. And Kirksey was there in second. Khalil Mack, 29.5 sacks. That's definitely an NFL record. And Brent Grimes with 9 interceptions. He might be up there, too. There was a lot of record breaking this season. It was very, very chaotic. Justin Tucker, obviously the best kicker in the league. And actually, our punter, he had to punt the most times, but I don't know if that means he is the best. But I think that's pretty much it for the individual stats. Now let's take a look at total offensive yards. We are dead last by a lot. We could not move the football. We're dead last in passing. And are we going to be dead last in rushing? Please don't make... Okay, we're not. We're not. Actually, we're not even... Yeah, there we are. We're 3rd from the bottom. That is not good at all. Points per game. We're dead last. 14 points per game. That's just a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, I mean. Oh, my God. And we are dead last in first down. So our offense was completely off. Robert Griffin III struggled. And now let's take a look at our defense. I didn't get to see it right there. I think we had the worst defense in the league. We allowed the most rushing yards. That is just terrible. Points allowed. Yep, there we are at the top. Man, we are just struggling greatly. Quarterback sacks, dead last in that too. We didn't get pressure. We didn't do anything right on defense. We didn't get stops. We barely got interceptions, I guess. And yeah, look at that. We barely got any interceptions. Our offense struggled too. Now let's take a look at the player awards here. Dalton got the MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Murphy. Dalton got Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC, and Mack got Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Richard got Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Joey Bosa got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, let's take a look at the NFC here. Yes, Russell Wilson, Offensive Player of the Year there. Jalen Smith on the Cowboys, middle linebacker who was injured this past season. He gets Defensive Player of the Year. Oh my God, he got Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie there. That's pretty impressive. Carson Wentz gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. And now let's take a look at the offseason for the rest of this episode. We're going to be looking at who we want to re-sign. We're going to be looking at trainers right here. We're sort of cleaning out the swamp, as politicians say. We're going to be getting rid of the bad, bringing in the good. And Hugh Jackson, we're going to continue to have him as our head coach. Right here, we're going to get Nick Garrett as our trainer. And now let's take a look at the playoffs really, really quick. You can see the matchups there in the wild card round. Let's see who advances. It's going to be Steelers at Patriots, Rams at Vikings, Chargers at Titans, and Cowboys at Redskins in the divisional round. Let's see who moves on to the conference. It's Chargers at Patriots and Cowboys at Vikings. And we're going to take a quick look at the Pro Bowl. Let's look and see if we can see any of our players there. See Le'Veon Bell, Anthony Sherman, Antonio Brown, AJ Green, you know, the usuals. We're on the right, by the way, so we're in the AFC, if you didn't know that. There's Rob Gronkowski. I still haven't seen anyone yet. I don't think any of our offensive linemen would be here. Joe Thomas struggled just a little bit. He sort of fell off, and that's sad. He made the Pro Bowl in every single season in his entire career except this season, which that sort of sucks, to be honest. But at least he's one of the greatest of all time at left tackle. I still can't see any of our players. Does seriously no one make it? I honestly forget. This sort of sucks. There's Campbell he got strong safety one. Look at that. What the heck? I was even surprised back then. Oh my God, I must have had the exact same reaction. But here we go. Patriots at Cowboys, and I'm just gonna spoil it right now. The New England Patriots win. Of course they win because I am a Patriots fan. Just think about that for a second. But yeah, Tom Brady goes out with 5 Super Bowl rings, and that's pretty much how it happened in real life as well. Actually, no, he's still playing. What am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm saying. But you can see that Josh McCown and Tramon Williams both retired. Good riddance to them. We don't really need them. The Colts are just pounded with retirees. Adam Vinatieri's gone. I saw Larry Fitzgerald was gone on the Cardinals, which is a little bit sad. I like Larry Fitz. Antoine Bethea is gone. Let's see. Brandon Marshall retires. Julius Peppers finally retires. Anyone else here? So Tom Brady goes out with 5 Super Bowl rings, and that's a perfect way to end a career right there. But in real life, he's going for 6, and I'm rooting for him all the freaking way. Steve Smith retires, Elvis Dumervil retires, and Benjamin Watson retires. Anyone else here? James Harrison retires. That's very unrealistic. I wish they would change that. James Harrison will never retire. He's like a freaking machine. Anyway, here now in re-signing stage. That's my bad. We're going to re-sign Jamie Collins here, who is going to be the future of our linebacking core. He's actually going to decline, so we might have to come back and franchise tag him later. Isaiah Crowell, 24 years of age, 89 speed. He's a stronger running back, and we want him back even though he didn't have that great of a year. Terrell Pryor, 28 years old, 80 overall. He's declining just a little bit, but we're going to bring him back and see what he can do. He's actually going to go ahead and test out for agency, which is not nice at all. Hopefully we can pick him up there. Austin Pastor, our right tackle, who's just pounded with non-confidence. We're going to try to sign him back. And yeah, we did get him back. Britton Colquitt, we're going to be looking at him. We're actually going to withdraw our offer from him. I'm not sure why, actually. That was a terrible decision. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Stephen Pea, one of the strongest players in the history of the game, at the Combine, I should say. And we're going to let him go. Jonathan Cooper, he also wants to test out free agency. A lot of these guys want to go because we didn't have that great of a season. Gabe Wright, I don't even know what position he is. Defensive tackle, I guess we'll get him back. I don't even know a lot of these guys. I'm so sorry. That's just how bad this team is. We need to build it through the draft. We need to build it through free agency. And that's what I'm trying to do now, bring back the key pieces. Cody Parkey, he is going to be gone as well. We're going to get rid of him. Jalen Marshall, still 22 years of age, 68 overall. He could get better, and we're going to sign him here. Tyrus Thompson, I think we're going to let him go. Yeah, I think we got him from the Panthers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got him from the Panthers. We're going to let him go. Simply did not develop at all. Jamie Meter, 26 years old, 68 overall. Why not bring him back? He just has a cool-looking beard. We got him for dirt cheap, which is nice, so it's not really... It doesn't make that big of a difference. Marcus Burley, we're going to get rid of. Just a lot of these guys. Look how many low overall players are up for contracts. We're just going to get rid of all of them. Tank Carter, he's gone. Kevin Hogan, I think we're going to save for a little bit later. Danny Vitale, I think his name is. We're going to get rid of him there. Anthony Fabiano. A lot of these guys are also practice squad players. Glenn Gronkowski, he's 24 years of age, and we definitely want him back again just for his last name. Zach Brooks, the guy we picked up at free agency at the beginning of the season, he's now a 70 overall. I think he was a 70 before, so I guess he didn't grow either, but we're going to sign him to a deal. Jordan Poyer, we're going to get rid of here. Ed Reynolds, our starting free safety this past season, he is 25, but again, he's just not that good. We'll offer him a contract, but he's going to decline. And now our franchise tagged player will be Jamie Collins, who I think we're going to move to middle linebacker and get rid of either Kirksey or Demario Davis. Most likely Demario Davis. But now here in free agency, we're going after Terrell Pryor-Hart. He was our very, very first guy. We definitely want him back on the team. He is a taller receiver, and I just like him as a threat on the sideline. One of the better players in the league at that. Dominic Easley hit the free agent market. We're definitely going to sign him long-term. He's a nice young player. Yeah, we definitely need a guy like him. Dre Kirkpatrick, he's 27 years of age, 76 overall, but I think he could contribute. DJ Schweringer, I like him as a player a lot, only 26, but he is 81 overall. That's nice. Kemal Ismail is 76 overall, so we're going to get him. He is also quite young. Taylor Gabriel, another guy from the Falcons who had a very nice season in real life. Marcus Wheaton from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was their third wide receiver, I believe, and we're going to try to get him. Adam Humphries from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And look at this, we're just loading up on a lot of young players where they can all fit in. Malik Collins on the defensive line. So we're going to have a very nice young defensive line. If we can get Malik Collins, it'll be Shelton, Collins, and Easley. That is a very beast-like defensive line. The trio, the triplets, I'm going to call them from now on. And as you can see, Adam Humphries will accept our offer. I believe there's Ismail. He accepted it, I believe, right? Yeah, he accepted it. Easley accepted it. Malik Collins accepted it. So there's that nice defensive line. We're just adding a whole bunch of pieces here. And I missed who signed at the very, very top. That's my bad. But you probably know, and he's probably a nice piece to this team. Andrew Hawkins, 31 years of age, 69 overall. He declined so freaking fast, and we just simply have to get rid of him, and that is unfortunate. He's just simply not good enough to be on an NFL roster. We're going to move Malik Collins so that he can start the game at left end. We're also going to get rid of Desmond Bryant here. He's dropping off a little bit, 76 overall, 31 years of age. We get rid of him. Jamie Collins, here we go. We are going to move him to middle linebacker. He is going to be the Luke Kuechly of our team. Hopefully, if he can use his head a little bit better than he can in real life. Demario Davis, though, and a third-round pick. They're going to be bundled for the 50th pick in the draft from the Cincinnati Bengals. I am having trouble reading today. I have no idea why. What is wrong with me? Probably because I'm looking at a very tiny screen. But right here, Jarius Byrd in free agency. Why not sign him to a quick deal and see if he can help us out there in the secondary just a little bit. Steven Gostkowski from the Patriots. He hit free agency, so we're going to pick him up as a kicker. We're going to get Britton Colquitt back because I felt a little bit guilty about releasing him. And this is going to be Dre Kirkpatrick actually gave us the finger and said screw off, so we're not going to try to approach him anymore. And you can see Jarius Byrd accepts, Gostkowski accepts, so a lot of the guys did accept. But now here we go in the NFL draft. So here, this is what it comes down to. Joe Tomich, he was around football all of his life, son of legendary Texas high school football coach. But then it's also Christian Shirley. This is very, very tough decision. He won the Heisman. He's from LSU. Nice pocket passer. Look at all of those stats right there. He had a very, very nice combine for a quarterback. And it looks like we're going to be taking Christian Shirley. He did win the Heisman, so it's pretty much guaranteed that he does have superstar development. He's projected to go in mid-first round, but he did win the Heisman, so I don't know why that says that. And he is a superstar development quarterback, 78 overall, and this is exactly what we need. His accuracy could be worked on just a little bit more. That 79 is not that great, but he has very nice throw power. And now here at pick number 6, because we did stack up on picks, Matt Wooten. He was the best player in the All-Star game. He's a teammate of Shirley, so just remember that. We could get the two teammates from LSU there. Or there is also Eleni Maxey, who is a physical freak from USC. He's a middle linebacker. We could also move him around a bit there with Jamie Collins and see what we can make work. He had a very nice combine as well. But then there's also Sean Flannery, the 3-4 pass rusher out of Georgia. He recorded 5 sacks in a single game, breaking Georgia's team record. So, I mean, this guy looks pretty good as well. And I'm excited to see who we get here. Whoever it is, it's going to be a beast because all 3 of these players are very, very, very good. But we're actually going to be looking at Sean Flannery right here. We are going to draft him and see what he is. He is a 79 overall. He's a 3-4 pass rusher, obviously, so that sort of fits the scheme that I want to bring into this thing. Into the defense, I should say. And yeah, just look at those stats. What am I saying? I'm so sorry. 85 block shedding, that is pretty nice. He needs to work on his power move and finesse move just a little bit more, and then I'll be satisfied. Now here, later in the draft, we're going to be trading away. I just didn't see anything that I liked, and we're just going to be trading down just a little bit because there's no reason to force a pick here because we have so many picks. We can just sort of move around and get even more picks and get even more prospects and draft them where they belong. Now, Veneton Darby, he was considered the best tight end since Tony Gonzalez in the combine by a reporter, I guess you could say. And we drafted him. He's a 72 overall. We sort of need a guy to replace Gary Barnidge because he is getting older as well. He's 22, so maybe he can develop into something, but that was not the strongest pick in the entire world. But now right here, we're going to be trading our next pick away to the New Orleans Saints. And yeah, we get a lot of picks right there. We got 3 picks from that 1 pick, which is very, very nice. Now later here in the second round, yeah, it's still the second round, oh my gosh, we're going to be looking at these 2 guys, Darius Fort, another 3-4 pass rusher. I was thinking maybe we could get him and Flannery off the edge. We're going to draft him, and he is a 77 overall with 87 block shedding, and that right there is just a perfect pick. So our linebacking core is just set up for the future. Our next couple picks aren't going to be the greatest, but you can see them right here. But let me just talk about our linebacking core. So we have Flannery and Fort coming off of the edge with Jamie Collins in the middle. I think that is just absolutely perfect. We're building this team up. Jamie Collins is still relatively young, by the way, so I think he'll be on this team for the next 4 episodes, or how many ever I do. I think I said 5. Yeah, I'm doing 5 episodes, so he'll be in here for the next 4 episodes. And you can see right here all of the picks that I'm picking. None of these guys really turned out to be anything spectacular, but they are going to fill out our roster. So that's good news, I guess you could say. But we did get what we need. We got our superstar development quarterback. He's our quarterback of the future. He's going to replace Robert Griffin III. We definitely needed to trade him away if we didn't already. Darius Fort, I like him a lot, and then Sean Flannery. Both those guys coming off the edge. Again, that's going to be so good. We got a lot of nice picks here, and a lot of nice depth guys as well with Greco and Griggs. Now let's take a look at what we missed out on. That is Joe Tomich, superstar development, 78 overall. It's pretty much the same thing, except he went to the Chicago Bears. So we'll see how that turns out. But right here, oh, this one hurts just a little, just a tiny bit. Matt Wooden, 81 overall, superstar development. He is going to be a beast. And he went to the New Orleans Saints. Again, we selected Sean Flannery over him. So in the future episodes, you can look at who's doing better if I take a look at the stats. Eleni Maxey, he turned out to be pretty good as well, 79 overall, quick development. And now here we go, the blockbuster trade to get rid of Robert Griffin III. We're going to bundle him up with a 4th and trade him away for a 2nd round pick to the 49ers. We're just sending a whole bunch of people to the 49ers. That was the 49ers, right? I'm not hallucinating. I don't know. But Nate Orchard, we're going to move him to middle linebacker to back up. I forgot all about Christian Kirksey as well. So it'll be Collins and Kirksey there in the middle. Also, our beast defensive line. We're improving in the secondary. So our defense is really coming in together. But we are going to release Abraham Campbell. I know he made the Pro Bowl, but he's just not good enough. 69 overall is not going to cut it. Dyrone Cody, we're going to sign him from the Cowboys. So he's a lot like Zach Brooks there. So we got 2 nice young running backs. We're also going to sign Kelvin Palmer, whatever his name was, and he's going to be our left tackle, backup left tackle, or starting left tackle, I'm not sure. We're going to be cutting people here. Nate Orchard, the guy we just moved, we are going to cut him. So this is going to be our team. I absolutely love it. Christian Kirksey is going to be just absolute. What am I saying? Christian Shirley is going to be a beast. They have the same freaking name. Christian Shirley right there, as you can see. He has Terrell Pryor, Adam Humphries, just a lot of these guys, Corey Coleman, Gary Barnidge, that we even got Darby to help him out. Our offensive line is slowly improving inch by inch. And then look at our defense right here. This is what I mean. Just take a look at that. I know our secondary is quite not up to par with the rest of the team. We definitely need to take a look at safeties. But that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Comment, subscribe, your veggies. Go to school. Dan Carr Films out. Peace!